Well, ladies and dudes, it is time to get going to the last three dudes who will make it to my top 5 list. Oh, what the hell? It's these three guys. But wait, which one of them will make it? Let's strike that, reverse it. Which one of these three dudes will make it to which number it will be for my top 5 of which members of the Unstoppable 9 who will have a storyline in the film? Sorry I spoiled it for all of you. But the only thing I will never spoil is which number it will be. So here we go. Hi, ladies and dudes, and welcome back. It is time for part 2 of my top 5 of which members of the Unstoppable 9 who should deserve to have a storyline in a film. And these three last dudes are known as the Big Lipped Alligator masters in cinema history. But which one of them will deserve to have that number? You know, all three of them. So, here goes nothing. I know all of you should think about, this guy should have been number 1. But I think Auto 1 that came from Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man No Way Home, he should deserve to be at the number 3 spot. For one reason only. It's time to complete his trilogy. If you remember Spider-Man 2, he had an origin story where he became Dr. Octopus. But in Spider-Man No Way Home, he became a fish out of water, and becoming the only Spider-Man villain who had a fish out of water experience where he learned about the MCU world for a short period of time, for 2 days and 2 days only. And the truth is, I will say Spider-Man No Way Home did a much better job of giving that guy a storyline than Spider-Man 2. And as for the Unstoppable 9, this will be his last and final journey, where he learns to strike that, reverse it. He started to learn to become a good guy character, try to find a way to control his metal arms. He makes friends with a couple of dudes for just 10 whole days and 10 whole days only. And most of all, yeah, he's just a fun and lovable goofball of a character. Yeah, he will be a fun and lovable guy that us, the fans, will grow to love. That's for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of things I really want to say about one of the most greatest characters of all time that came from Alfred Molina. This is my favorite role, my favorite performance, and my favorite character from this great underrated actor. Oh yeah, here's another good funny thing I want to add for his storyline. He's going to break the 4th wall. There will be a couple of moments here and there where he's going to break the 4th wall for a lot of funny reasons. And also, I would like to add a moment where he did disturb Ryan and Letty's relationship, but it'll take place in the 3rd act of the story. Yeah. Let's just say he wants to make sure that the 2 lovebirds are A-okay. That's for sure. So, yep. He should deserve to be at the number 3 spot because I think it's a good idea. He should deserve a completion for a trilogy storyline. If you know what I mean. Coming at number 2 goes to Robert Lyndon from the Robert Lyndon series, or I rather love him the best for Angels and Demons. And since this is one of my favorite Tom Hanks movies of all time, and I will say that this movie really did blow me away from start to finish, and one of the best films I ever watched from last year. But to tell you the truth is, Robert Lyndon will be the main character of the storyline. And also he will have a storyline in the Unstoppable 9. And it's all about his journey, his responsibility, and also becoming a person that he have never been before. And that is the unknown priest. And I really, really want the priestly character back. Yeah. He has to be a priest character and not a professor character. He will become a professor just a little bit in the storyline, but all the way through he will become a priest. So around like 90% of it. And I think I like Robert Lyndon much better as a priest than a professor, and that's the reason why I love this movie so darn much, since it gave us a good foreshadowing moment and a great plot twist ever in film history. And yes, ladies and dudes, I will admit, about this guy, he will become the most weakest member of the Unstoppable 9. Because you know why? Sadly, he has no fighting experience. He doesn't know how to fight bad guys here or there. He doesn't know how to kill people or try to take an enemy down to the count. No, he is not that type of person at all. But at least he has a strong defense. Yes, ladies and dudes, he has one defense only. He knows how to swim. And there will be a couple of scenes idea here or there that I made up where he's going to do his swimming techniques. He's a very fast swimmer, I will admit, since I really love the underwater sequence very darn much. And, yep, he is truly the main chosen one in the whole entire story of the Unstoppable 9. And yeah, his true best friends that he will get along with is Ottawa and John Wick, since he really does need some very good pals in his side. Well, the two most strongest cards in the whole entire team. I forgot to mention that Ottawa will be the strongest member of the group because of his metal arms. And also, John Wick will be the second strongest. Yep. And speaking of John Wick, he really does deserve to be at number 1. For one important reason. He will be the biggest fish out of water character out of all the 9 members of the Unstoppable 9. Because that guy, he had no idea what world that he's in. He is no longer in the underworld that he came from. You know, he's the Baba dude. He likes to kill a lot of people here or there with guns, knives, swords, or whatever. And he still believes that he's still getting involved with the excommunicado thing. So yeah, he knows nothing about the unknown world that he went to. And he was stuck there for 3 days, and 3 days only, and he has no idea when the hell he's going to get back home. Until, in the first act of the story, both John Wick and Robert Lyndon is going to show up and enter his life forever and get to know what true meaning of friendship is all about. He's going to get along with both of those dudes. I did have a good idea for the scene between Robert Lyndon and John Wick. You know, how will these two dudes first met? Yeah, there will be a part where John Wick had point a gun at Robert Linden, and he believes that Robert Linden is an enemy, and he became the very first dude of the Unstoppable Nine who believed that Robert Linden is not a priest at all. He's just some type of dude that came out of nowhere, and he just believes that he might be the enemy who's working with some type of unknown group that he doesn't know of. Yeah. John Wick was saying he wants to kill Robert Linden in one shot, but there was a part of him who doesn't want to do it, because this is the part where Robert Linden has to show his priestly powers. Yeah, he has some type of unknown powers that nobody had never seen before. A guy who can strike that, reverse it. A guy who can open up to a person's heart. Robert believes that John Wick is not a bad guy at all. He's just a misunderstood dude. He's heading to the wrong path at the wrong time. And he's showing him compassion and mercy. You know, kindness and respect. And yeah, that's where the part where John Wick had decided to drop the gun and start to trust Robert Linden. And this is where their friendship story will begin. And this is the reason why he has to be the unknown priest. Well, for Robert Linden, of course. He has to show compassion and mercy to other people that he doesn't know of. Even if there's a lot of people out there who want to come by and kill him. But John Wick will be one of these assassin dudes who vow to never kill him. And yeah, their friendship story will be the strongest point of the whole entire made-up film that I created for the Unstoppable Nine. And that's why John Wick has to be at the number one of which character who should deserve to have a storyline for the Unstoppable Nine. And there you go. I finally got my top 5 list done. And like I said, it's a pretty darn long one. That's for sure. And I'll be back very, very soon for another video to come. I gotta do Once Upon a Time in Mexico. And I got a little bit of a surprise for all of you. And I gotta do my top 10 best videos that I ever done so far in the year of 2025. And I'm sorry I haven't made a lot of videos as I hoped for this year so far, since I gotta take care of some serious stuff here and there. And also, ladies and dudes, strike that, reverse it. And also, ladies and dudes, I got to let you know is that today is Friday the 13th and it features bad luck. So please do the best you can to defeat bad luck today. That's for sure. So, I'll see you all later, and sayonara.